was when he came to us, he was afraid of getting on the water in a boat, believe it or not. And I think now he feels very comfortable being on skiffs and out on the water.
Remember the day we started it in San Diego Bay? It was terribly polluted, but hopefully someday I'll get back in the bay and be able to swim there thanks to your great effort.
And one of my favorite memories is when my completely out of control dog Luna was joining us for the meeting, and I just have this image of you sitting there with, you know, this dog just sitting in your lap, licking your face, pawing your head, pulling your hair, and I kept saying, really, Bruce, I can make her get down. And he said, no, I love this. I love this attention.
I think one of the things I admire the most about Bruce is how he is such an eloquent public speaker.
And whether it's popular or not, Bruce Reznik will always stand for the community and for the right thing to do, especially in the environmental community. But the guy just does the right thing every single time. For Pete's sake, have a beer, drink a little bit. Nobody can trust a guy that doesn't drink any alcohol at all.
It was towards the end of Donna's first council race, and a lot of signs were being stolen. We put him on a covert operation to go in the middle of the night to a parking lot in Claremont and see if he could randomly find them stealing signs. So Bruce, with his fast food in his lap, suddenly saw people taking down signs, and he went in hot pursuit and called the police and spilled the fast food all over his lap and chased them and had to do a citizen's arrest, had to identify them, and because of Bruce we won the campaign, clearly.
One of the most important things I learned from Bruce, and there are many things that I've learned from him, is how to create a to-do list, a timeline, and a matrix. As you can see right here, I have my to-do list, and right here it says video for Bruce, and as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to check that box off, because what is the point of a to-do list without a checkbox?
Bruce Reznik was one of the first people that I sought out in true alternative weekly fashion. You know, you go right to the environmentalists to talk to them about what's going on. So he agreed, and we sat down in his office and we talked about something involving a sewage treatment plant, advanced primary treatment, secondary something. I don't remember, because you know what, I never really used anything that we talked about, but we had a great time.
And Bruce was rehearsing his speech, and he began by saying, "I'm Bruce Reznik from San Diego Coastkeeper, and I'd like to say a few words." I quickly interjected and said, "But I can't." And so we've now had a running joke with Bruce that every time he says he'd like to say a few words, well, he can't. We'll miss that about you, Bruce.
I look forward to counting on you when we're trying to resolve really difficult issues, and you help bring the parties together.
You've really elevated environmental protection in Southern California and in California in general.
Somebody who so often is put in the middle of my brother and me, I think that it's nice to have somebody, whether it's work-related or personal related, who can always keep the peace.
There's a mutual respect.
I think it's courage.
A great policy and political mind.
Really good at bringing diverse groups of people together.
He's a very personable person with a very bright brain behind those eyes.
One of the kindest, most generous and sweet humans out there.
He's just a first-rate guy, and
he was immediately likable and
is a brilliant strategist.
Not everybody knows that Bruce Reznik is a Raider fan.
Bruce, you're fantastic, and on behalf of California, I just want to say, I'll be back.
Good luck, Bruce.
We love it, Bruce.
Good luck.